Who says that the FA Cup is dead? Because that was a tie of the round. What an FA Cup tie that was. Arsenal versus Manchester United. Arsenal wearing their commemorative kit in that all white. Manchester United in their blue at the Emirates, going toe to toe. And my gosh, that is one of the best games I think I have seen. Massive improvements again, week in, week out from Manchester United. And Arsenal, same problems still in front of goal. Not ruthless enough, not clinical enough, and really, they are crying out for a proper striker. Big up to everyone watching. Make sure you smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and get in the comments. This is my reaction to Arsenal 1, Manchester United 2. United have gone through to the FA Cup, the holders of last season, and Arsenal have been knocked out. Is this the season where Mikel Arteta finally has his cross? Is this the season where Arteta loses his job for not winning a trophy? Because it looks like they're going out the Carabao Cup, they're out of the FA Cup, a massive title race ahead, and Champions League is always hard. Just wow. He's obviously rotated the team. He's tried to do a few changes with the likes of Moreno and Jorginho playing, Raheem Sterling coming in, but there is no doubt in my mind that Arsenal should have won this game with the amount of chances they had. Manchester United even went down to 10 men with a poor second challenge from Diego Dallo, which was stupid in itself after United got themselves ahead. But they had chances, despite a penalty miss, which was an unbelievable penalty save, by the way, from Badiashile. And let's go into him in a second. But the chances they had from Declan Rice and Kai Havertz in that second half was unbelievable. And I'm just telling you now, Arsenal need to address this problem. It is so staring and glaring them in the eyes. Will Arteta and the Kroenkes react to this by finding a proper striker, or are they simply just going to leave it as it is? But let's go on to the goalkeeper, Badiashile. He had a mixed game. Every time I watch this guy play, he looks wobbly and wonky in front of goal. He is someone, as a goalkeeper, when it comes to claiming crosses and corners, he is not the man. Yet, that goal that Arsenal scored through Gabriel came from someone who should have probably come and claimed it. Instead, he went for the punch. Yet, the penalty save, the other saves that he made in the second half almost make up for it. And Manchester United, as I said, have got themselves through to the FA Cup fourth round. They're in the hat. Amaron, this is what he needed. This is what he needed to get those United fans believing in what he's doing. And I think a lot of praise has to go to Manchester United. They had a perfect game plan, how they set up in that first half. Everything was going to plan. They got that goal from Bruno Fernandes. And then all of a sudden, the red card did change the way they approached it. But I'm telling you now, this Manchester United team, week in, week out, are showing good signs of improvement. And that is something that people can get behind. But look, fair play. In terms of Arsenal, I'm going to go over it again. This team is overplaying way too much. They're not putting the ball in the box. They're making one extra pass. It reminds me of the old Arsenal, where they got basically bantered for trying to walk the ball in the back of the net. We're now starting to see that. And even though they are trying to walk it in the back of the net, people like Kai Havertz can't even walk it in from 1 yard out, blaring it over the bar the way it is. Declan Rice trying this little cushion header instead of bullet header across the goal. It's just not good enough from Arsenal. And despite the changes, there was enough players on that pitch to make it happen today, especially when they had that extra man advantage for half an hour. Mikel Arteta seriously now has to look at himself and go, it's the league or nothing. The league or nothing. If Mikel Arteta does not win that Premier League, I think it's adios. Hasta luego. Goodbye, Mikel Arteta from Arsenal. I feel like that is him done and dusted. But look, for me as well, Manchester United, what I like about them and what I'm starting to really take note is that the work rate from the players. I'm loving Maguire and De Ligt. They're starting to show themselves as in that back three is really solid. And that block that De Ligt did on Trossard sort of summed up that resolute performance from Manchester United. Maguire, another excellent game, limbered off, and Lenny Yoro comes on. But what I do and love is the work rate of Bruno Fernandes. I know this guy comes under a lot of criticism for his attitude and the way he is, but I've watched this guy now run his nuts off for this United team, raise the standards. But not only that, has that bit of quality, and that quality was shown from his finish. And I just think that Bruno Fernandes, if he can play like that week in, week out with that energy levels, because he looks one of the fittest players in that United team, and if not on the pitch, if he can get the rest of his side to match his levels and intensities and desire, which the likes of Maguire, which the likes of De Ligt are doing, then I think he's absolutely all in on that. But overall, for an FA Cup game, I think you can never question that the magic is gone. I think you can actually question that this is what the FA Cup's about. Neither side really rotated and put like a reserve team out. Yes, Arsenal kept their first team keeper, but Man United changed and Onana had a rest. But apart from that, you see too many teams in the Premier League, one of them sacrifice players so that they have enough rest for the next game. And of course, Arsenal have the North London derby coming up. There's no doubt in my mind that this win for Manchester United should cause a reaction in the right way, a reaction in the transfer window in terms of either getting rid of players or bringing players in. Marcus Rashford and Antony today, unused on the bench, and that is a telling sign that the likes of Toby Collier came on before them, who also ran his nuts off in that midfield. I also think that it's a big sign for Manchester United now to realise that when they play well and they execute their game plan, they can climb up that Premier League table. That's Manchester United now beating Man City. They've drawn with Liverpool. And really, you can call this a win. They've beaten Arsenal over 120 minutes and penalties. For Ruben Amorim, his team can find a way to play the big teams, but it's clear those smaller teams, those teams that are below them, those teams that are around them in the Premier League table right now, it's where they've got to find the results. So overall, Manchester United, massive tick for them today. Done everything that they should have. Must be able to go back to Manchester with a head held high and say, do you know what? Here's the belief. Arsenal, I actually think this result has absolutely imploded their season now. As I said, basically out of the Carabao Cup. I cannot see them go up to Newcastle and overturn a 2-0 deficit. The Premier League title race, it's a hard one. Liverpool 6 points behind. It's going to have to take a massive Liverpool fall off them. And Champions League, do you really back this Arsenal team to go deep into the Champions League? Not for me. So FA Cup was probably what I would say, or Carabao Cup, was going to be Mikel Arteta's saviour of winning a piece of silverware. It's not happened. It's not going to happen. I feel for them. I feel for them because, all that possession, all that pretty play, being corner FC, it's done them no good. Finishing your chances is just going to be the story of Arsenal. When will they sign a number 9? When will they go and splash the cash? And I am expecting a reaction from Arteta and the Cronkies right now. Go get your number 9 now. Go put the big money where your mouth is. Go save your season because Kai Havertz ain't scoring goals. Sterling ain't scoring goals. Jesus ain't scoring goals. Trossard ain't scoring goals. And I know Jesus has been on a good patch of form, but I think that's all it was. Can that man be the spearhead for Arsenal to win them the league? Not for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on this game and result. Unbelievable scenes. The FA Cup 4th round is now coming up. Who will Manchester United get in the 4th round? Will they get a home or away tie? You have to wait and see. Arsenal, there must be tears there tonight. Thanks for watching. Smash the like, subscribe, comment. I'm out of here. Ta-da.